Alright guys, let's talk about the West. This video is taking longer than I wanted it to. Also, there's a sponsor. I think we do have to start with OKC, who are just blitzing teams to the point now where it feels like a rite of passage this season that you just get blown out by the Thunder. J-Dub hasn't played, Dort's missed games, Chet missed a few games in there. And so what is it? It's AJ Mitchell taking on more pick and rolls. It's Isaiah Joe with more ghost screens, more minutes, more threes. It's Aaron Wiggins, similar things. At least until Wiggins missed the last four. Guess what? They're still winning. SGA being SGA, Chet is back now, and it's just crazy how quickly they flip these games. Like, for example, the Clipper game, it was like a close late third quarter, and then in the span of about 4 minutes, it's like Bogey, Collins, or Chris Dunn just can't get inside versus OKC's swarming defense, but also the closeouts to like Chris Dunn or Chris Paul are good. And then it's just Caruso 3, Isaiah Joe 3, Chet fadeaway 2 on somebody. And before you know it, it's a 15-point game. It's that quick. Or the Grizzlies game where they start the third quarter down 11, and then it's just so many possessions of Ja missing a pull-up with Chet or iHeart dropping on a screen. Or it was Kaysen staying glued to him to where he just had to force a pass out, and either it's a turnover or just the offense just resets with like not enough time to do anything. But still, it was a close game late, and then it's just plays where like Ja is trying to run a screen, and he knows that someone is going to collapse on him at some point, so he's kicking it out to Jaren like a second earlier than you'd really want him to. They're great. They just blitzed the Lakers and the Warriors. Anyway, now we can go on to the team that I have probably had the most fun watching this year, and the team that I've probably watched the most outside of my Celtics. That would be the Spurs. So besides Wemby being the main attraction here, it has been so cool to see this team just rise to the moment that Wemby has kind of forced them into because he's this good already. Yes, there was that stretch where he came back down to earth a little bit. You know, Lakers were swarming him with their wings. Suns a similar thing. And the thing that I noticed the most in that Laker game, besides like, you know, Vando or Laravia or Rui or Smart, like fronting him, switching on him, doubling, whatever, is they were daring the pass to the opposite corner, which we know he's tall enough to make. But it's been other things too, right? Like in the Rockets win, Stephon Castle has 2 great cuts off of Wemby in the high post. One that gets him a layup, one that gets Champagnie a 3. Castle also had 2 huge offensive rebounds against the Rockets in the fourth quarter. Keldon had a big one as well. In the Bulls win, where again, like Wemby was unbelievable in the fourth. Like, yes, the size up 3 he had on Vooch to end the game was the one that went around everywhere. But, you know, before that, it was the Cornet lineup with Wemby that just kind of gave Wemby free reign to just like focus on cooking a little bit more. Castle and Cornet had a great lob before the back-to-back Wemby threes. And I haven't even gotten to Fox yet, where he's been cooking so far. There's been sprinkles of the Fox Wemby 2-man game. Like I was watching the Pelicans game, they run it early on, and Harrison Barnes gets a wide open 3 off of some empty side. Fox Wemby action, like that's nice. Fox was also just cooking when they needed him to in the Pelicans game, where I mean, he's turning on the Jets, and it's turning into these little like 12-foot jump shots. I mean, this team has been awesome, man. Like they just lost to the Warriors. We'll talk about the Dubs in a second here, and they're about to play the Warriors a second time as I upload this. But this team for me is probably my most must-watch team in the league. My Celtics will always have priority, but after that, it's these guys. Okay, next up. Maybe my third most watched team, that would be the Lakers. Just lost by 1 million to OKC. Honestly, your team losing to OKC this year, like, just don't even sweat it. It's just going to happen. Besides that, Luka is back to being pretty much unstoppable on 2s. The fadeaways, the up fakes, the little, like, fadeaway, but it's also a pull-up, push shot thing that he banks in a lot of the time. He's got all that stuff back. Makes sense. He's in better shape, create better separation. The touch is there. Threes haven't been as good. We'll see with those. Still a 60 true shooting right now. As far as the rest of it, I mean, Austin Reeves, his passing and his foul drawing have just been going crazy, man. Some of my favorite passes have been like in the Hornets game, a nice over-the-top pass to Ayton because they're fronting the post on him. I love 2 of his passes to Hayes, I think it was, in the Miami game. One was a pocket pass. Another one was a very early lob where when he threw it, it was like, oh, that's too early. That's going to sail out of bounds, and it just hits Jackson Hayes perfectly in stride. I think it was the Heat game on that one. And as far as the foul drawing, some of it is being very aggressive, like going right at Landale for a couple in the Grizzlies game. And then, of course, yeah, he's really good at recognizing the defender's arm is right here on my drive. If I go up with it, I'm going to get the call. It's easy to say that stuff. Not everybody can do it. Before we get back to it, this video is sponsored by SeatGeek. I guess at some point I decided that these would become little Celtics updates. Look, we're not getting too caught up in the record this season, okay? Jordan Walsh made a huge 3 at the end of the Magic game. Josh Minot is just a good 2-way player when Mazzulla is not, just sitting him for an entire second half out of nowhere. Pritchard just cooked the Grizzlies. D. White shooting's coming along a little bit. Jalen is great. If I wanted to go to a Celtics game or any NBA game, sporting event, concert, festival, many things, then I would use SeatGeek as I have in the past, and it's always been good. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, and you can use my code FunkyDiabetic10 for 10% off your next order at SeatGeek. SeatGeek rates deals on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. Look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. FunkyDiabetic10, 10% off. Other things, I feel like Ayton has been fine. The on-off numbers, and as well as some of the turnovers lately, would push back on that, but his efficiency's been good, and I feel like he's just doing what they need him to do. And then defensively, so again, what they did with Wemby, having all their wings just switch, front, double him, like that was all good stuff. But my overall feelings with this defense are that they might be playing with fire some. They're giving up among the most corner threes in the league so far. As far as when LeBron comes back, yes, he will fit in well, assuming that his back works. Was that a long time on the Lakers? I don't know. Anyway, next one. The Nuggets. I think Jokic just had one of the greatest 5-game streaks in the history of basketball. He's got a 75 true shooting right now. Actually, my bad. It's 77. I mean, it's hook shots, it's jump shots, it's turnarounds, it's everything. They don't play the Thunder till February for some reason. So besides Jokic being amazing and Murray and Gordon being Murray and Gordon so far, Gordon a little better from 3. Murray, like, a little up and down, but definitely better than normal slow start to the season Jamal Murray. It's the new guys. So Valanciunas, there was a stretch there where he was actually scoring more points per minute than Jokic. It didn't last very long, but it was a little thing there. He is averaging more points per minute than the rest of the team. I was watching their Kings game, and it's like post move on Eubanks, hook shot over Sabonis, just kind of bullies DeMar out of the way for a bucket. That's why you got Valanciunas. Hardaway is fitting in exactly as you would expect. You double Jokic, decent chance Hardaway's going to end up with an open 3. And then Bruce Brown, the numbers don't pop out, but like there was a play in the Miami game where like he makes a really nice skip pass, which opens up a post up for Valanciunas to score, and Watson can make the pass. Little stuff like that from Bruce. He had a number of really good closeouts in that Miami game because you care about that, of course. So far, they're -4 without Jokic this season. It was -9 last season, so if they can keep it as close to neutral as possible, that'd be great. Cam Johnson is not making anything. He is doing other things, but he's not doing that. And we must remember, for anybody who's going to post on Twitter, the Nuggets traded Cam for MPJ. It was more than just MPJ for Cam. It was opening up money so they could get other guys, improve the depth, all that stuff. So we'll see. As far as the defense, which is actually like 3rd for the season so far, hey, maybe. But like I saw the Heat game where Miami definitely did score a few baskets just around the basket where, we know Jokic is a rim protector. He's just not that good. But there were also a lot of plays of like, again, Bruce Brown, good closeouts, Gordon locking up like Norm Powell in the corner, or like them having Jokic load up on one side of the floor and then have Gordon like rotate to the paint to where the only available pass for Miami was the skip pass when, let's say, Jaquez would have the ball or something, and it would just make Miami's offense hesitate for even a little bit. So yeah, they're great. The Rockets, I just did a video on them, so admittingly I wasn't as locked into them like right after the video compared to these other teams. What I will say in their Bucks win, in the 4th quarter, there was a play where it was Amen in the dunker spot, Reed Shepherd in one corner, Jabari in the other corner, KD Şengün 2-man game, top of the key. And I was just like, yeah, this makes sense. Tari's still making his threes. Steven Adams is a bad man. Shepherd's making shots lately. Anyway, next up, the Dubs. I don't know what to do with the Warriors, man. They had a great first 5 games. Then they lose to the no Giannis, Ryan Rollins Bucks. They're 1-1 this season against the Hospital Pacers. We got some Draymond and Jimmy quotes, and then they had a great win versus the Spurs after getting blasted by the Thunder where, Jimmy went nuts from 3, Steph went nuclear in the 3rd quarter. Like, you don't want to rely on that all the time, but you'll certainly take it when it happens. Big Al made some threes. They also ran this great, cut action to basically seal the game where it was Jimmy, Draymond, and Steph all screening for each other, going whichever way. And while the Spurs scored 120 for the game, so I'm not going to say the Warriors had a great beginning to end defensive game, there was a stretch in that 3rd quarter where you'd have Draymond helping off of somewhere to stop Cornette on a roll, and then Moody is running Keldon Johnson off the line, and then Draymond's right there to help on that. How are Dubs fans feeling about Kuminga right now? Moody went nuts in that Spurs game too. Everybody likes Will Richard, and again, by the time you see this, they've probably played the Spurs a second time. I don't know what happens in the second game yet. Okay, next up, the T-Wolves. Jaden's offensive jump could be here, man. He is doing work off of pin downs, off the catch. The 3 ball is definitely faster. It's not just straight line drives off the catch as well. There's a little bit of hesitation, the occasional crossover in there as well. We got the most efficient Julius Randle ever right now, and Ant is always going to be Ant. The situation right now, besides the guard stuff, where DiVincenzo's getting the most minutes, Conley's going to play, Dillingham and Bones Highland are there. is how much stock do you put into them being 18th in defense right now? Like the Kings game, they had Sabonis in hell. Like Gobert was blocking him or contesting him really well at the rim, or Jaden or DiVincenzo were flying out of nowhere for like weak side blocks. Bunch of Malik Monk or Schroeder pull-ups because they're just scared to Gobert. Like that's normal stuff for them. That's great. And on the season, I mean, they're way better defensively with Rudy on the court, which like duh. Gobert's rim protection numbers early on are unbelievable. Opponents are shooting like 30-something% at the rim against him. Like that's like unheard of stuff. But the defense does fall off when he's not in the game. And against the Knicks, even when Gobert was on the floor, the defense was not good. Like he might be high on Brunson and then the backline rotations aren't there. Or I mean, Brunson did get him a couple times where Rudy could have been a little higher on a screen action. But it felt like they also got torched in transition in that one as well. And there was also a stretch where, like, when Gobert was not in the game, it's like Jordan Clarkson layup, Mikal Bridges layup, OG Anunoby layup. Like, it was crazy. So we'll see. They've won like 5 of 6. Yeah, they beat like the Jazz and the Nets, but okay. Next up, the Suns. I like their energy. Jordan Ott and the post-KD Suns. We got Dylan Brooks being super annoying to James Harden. I was watching that Clipper game, one of those 2 Clipper games they won. I like the energy. I liked how hard they played. So like Mark Williams, Dylan Brooks, Book, and Grayson Allen are all in the paint as like Zoo and Collins are trying to just score, but they're overwhelmed. I mean, they're helping off of like Chris Dunn, but still. Book has been great. Grayson Allen's been insanely efficient. Royce O'Neal, 3-point rate jump at like year 33, or age 32, I should say. Yeah, I like their energy, man. The Blazers, it's good vibes, man. Drew is not washed. Shaden is on a hot streak. I will keep on hoping that he figures out the 3-ball, because when he does, I mean, the inside scoring is already there. Avdija is like around all-star numbers right now. He's among the league leaders in drives per game. The threes are going in. He's been going at like SGA or Jeremiah Fears switches. And Toumani Camara, I mean, in the Nuggets win, he has this great block on Cam Johnson at the rim after Drew already like doubled Murray and then got back to Cam, which was a lot in and of itself. In the Thunder win, he had a number of good possessions, just staying on SGA, getting around screens, whatever. Not a lot of guys can do that. They are waiting on Scoot, who is still important. Like, yeah, Drew still being good is nice. Jeremy Grant also still being good is nice. But at the least, Scoot can help them as a backup point guard right now, and his development still matters a lot. Next up, the Jazz. The Walker Kessler news was rough. Is the Keontae George jump here or not? Because it looked like it really was the first few games. That has been a little up and down. I mean, there is a world in which he is this playmaking, jumpers off the dribble point guard that is very valuable today. I don't know. Did they trade Markkanen? I don't know. There are quite a few bad teams, and they only keep their pick if it's top 8. Right now, they're number 9, but with Kessler gone, I think they'll end up keeping their pick. I don't think OKC is going to get it. Next up, the Grizzlies. I've mentioned them at least once in this video already. So I don't think I was aggressive enough towards the idea of Job not being on the Grizzlies and not too much time here, because I saw other people's take on that whole thing, and I was like, oh, I might have been playing it too safe on this one. This is bad right now, man. I mean, he is not shooting well at all. I mean, this has to turn around basically right now. So we'll see. I don't know. He's very important to the surrounding area and getting people to come to the games, I know, but I mean, this is bad. So we'll see. My dreams of a Jalen Wells year 2 offensive jump, not happening. At least Coward's good. Next up, the Clippers. I might have to do a video on the Clippers, but they just suck. Like, okay, good luck to Beal with his hip. But as far as the team, I mean, they got to get back to the defense they once were, man. The Kings, I mean, they said they want to rebuild. That's the right move. Don't know what the market is for their guys, though. Dallas, we know what's going on in Dallas. And the Pels, I mean, Derek Queen looks good. Like Jeremiah Fears getting into the paint, but they're bad and they don't have their pick. And even if Derek Queen looks good, he's not going to fix that.